We have three different takes on healthcare in the top pick segment this week. We're going to start with a more conservative bent, Shiraz Mian.
That's right, Aetna, an HMO, and it's probably just the right time to be taking a look at somebody like Aetna. And the others as well, because of the Obamacare announcement last week. There's all this noise, how bad it is for this group. Does it even matter in the long run? And I kind of fall in the camp which believes that it is a near-term hiccup for the group in general and for Aetna in specific. But in the long run, it doesn't matter at all. Aetna is particularly had been doing an excellent job over the last few years in really spreading their portfolio and plugging the holes that they historically had in their business portfolio by adding more government exposure, Medicaid, Medicare, and the Coventry Healthcare acquisition they did last year is just particularly in that respect. So not a major deal. It's still a very attractive and lower risk play on the healthcare scene in the long run, and I continue to like it. It's a Zacks #1 ranked stock, and I think the earnings picture is particularly very interesting.
All right, Eric, you've got something that's a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm looking in the biotech space, specifically at the SPDR S&P Biotech ETF, symbols XBI, and this is an equal weight product. So you're going to get about 2.5–3% in each of the stocks in this fund. And I think this could be a good play because we've seen a resurgence of M&A activity in this space. And we just saw Onyx was almost bought by Biogen. They offered a huge premium, but Onyx was like, no thanks, we're doing pretty good.
And the stock went and traded above there immediately anyway.
Exactly. So we've seen strong numbers in this space. And since this fund is equal weighted, you're going to get a lot more exposure to small and mid-cap securities. In fact, only 14% of the fund is in large caps. So this could be a great play to target these smaller companies that might be great bio targets in the next couple months.
That's a good point. I prefer the IBB, but going with that different weighting gets you more exposure to some of the smaller guys.
Exactly.
Kevin, you're more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick a single stock in biotech.
Okay.
And you're talking a lot of these are unprofitable with unproven science, and it's a slow road through what I call the FDA gauntlet. This is Alnylam. I'm trying to pronounce that correctly. It's actually named after a star in the Orion belt, and they chose the name of this star for their company because it's supposedly 250,000 times brighter than the sun. Their technology is called RNA interference. Now, if you know anything about RNA, we'll leave that in biology class, but the interference part is key here. What they're doing is they've got a technology that can silence genes. So if you've got a disease-causing gene, they have a technology that can go in there and silence it and give people better lives. Two areas that they target are hemophilia and certain heart conditions. But it looks to be an area where their patents could lead to a lot of different disease-causing genes. Company just reported last week interim results from a phase 2 trial. And now, here you go through the clinical trials. You have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Well, this is only interim phase 2, but was very positive, and the stock has shot up. We actually owned it for the FTM portfolio. We sold it this morning because we've had a 30% run in it. Again, with these speculative biotech stocks, you've got to do your homework. But the reason it was a Zacks #2 or #1 rank in the past few weeks is because analysts, see, hey, this company is going to be profitable someday. And a lot of these guys, they still do like a discounted cash flow model on these stocks, but they look out, okay, what could be the revenue stream way out there, and then we'll just back that out. And we've almost reached the $40 price target that many Wall Street houses had this week. So to me, this is a stock I would look to get back in near 35.
Okay. And this morning is July the 8th for those people keeping track of the calendar. And if you're watching this video out in syndication land, don't forget we have other stock picks and stock picking strategies on our website, Zacks.com. So get on over there. You can link to them right off the homepage and check back often because they change often. With everyone here, I'm Terry Ruffalo.